So good morning, day 6, day 7. This should have been my last day walking from Kinlochleven down into Fort William, and then on Monday me and Nathan were going to do the walk up Ben Nevis. However, with the day I had on Thursday and a few little issues, they're not that much of a problem anymore, but it just slowed me up over some of the terrain. Yesterday was a bit of a slog, but I managed to do just over 14 miles to get to King's House. Spent the night at King's House, which is down there in the valley, about half a mile back. Been walking for about 25 minutes, just getting back into it. Pack's a lot lighter because I'd forgotten I was carrying a load of rubbish with me, which weighed about 1 kilogram. So I've shed 1 kilogram just in plastic bottles and bits and pieces of food wrappers and a couple of mackerel tins, empty mackerel tins, that kind of thing. Plan today is to continue from here up the Devil's Staircase, which I might do a bit of a video on there, show you what it's actually like. From what I remember, it is steep and quite a slog, but not worthy of the name Devil. But I'm now 27 years older, so it could be different. Anyway, to end up just in Kinlochleven, or just the other side of Kinlochleven, by 8 or 9 o'clock tonight, hopefully a bit further through, because the walk from here to there is only about 9 miles. If I can do 12, that gives me sort of a 12-13 mile walk into Fort William tomorrow, which will be a bit easier than the 15-mile walk that is from Kinlochleven. Quite a few people still out on the walk today. The guys doing the running yesterday, I found out, was a 36-hour endurance race from Mulgai all the way to Fort William. The winner of the race finished in 16 hours, so that's 96 miles in 16 hours. That's almost 6 miles an hour you've got to average over some really harsh terrain in places. So hats off to those guys. What a struggle for them. Makes me look a little bit insignificant alongside them. However, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day and the walk because the weather is beautiful. I'll catch up with you on the Devil's Staircase. So, this is the start of the Devil's Staircase. Just come up the first bit of a climb. It's really warm today, and from the hotel I wasn't in the hotel, but I was camping by the hotel at King's House. It's about 2.5 miles to the foot of the hill here. It's not really a hill, it's kind of like a dip between two hills. This one on my left here, and then up to the right, over my right shoulder, up to the top. But you come from the bottom of the valley. Just going to show you down here. Great place to take water on at the bottom of the stream if you've got a filter. I'm using the Sawyer Mini. I've already drunk 1 litre of water before I got to the bottom of the hill. It's really warm today, and I do drink a lot of water. And I've filtered a 1.5 litres to take up with me as I'm going. Just didn't want to run out of water halfway up. I've only been walking about 10 minutes and it's not as bad as you think it is. It looks worse from the roadside. I think the key to it is nice and steady, stop when you need to, don't push too hard and you'll get to the top. Having said that, so a guy just walked past me, a German chap with a full pack on, about 70 years old. Started in Bridge of Orchid this morning, which means he's done at least 17 miles to get here, and he's staying in Kinlochleven tonight, and he's already, I would say, 2/3 of the way up the hill, and he only passed me about 25 minutes ago. So I think it's a matter of conditioning and fitness really. So just to be aware, I didn't train hard enough for this, didn't do the right kind of walking either, but just be aware that that is something you need to take on board before you do it if you're not that experienced or you've only got limited fell walking experience. It's not particularly difficult, it's just that some of the terrain is just, you don't come across it very often. I'm walking up Ingleborough. This is worse than walking up Ingleborough from point of view of the way the path's made. But I don't know. It's worth it, worth every bit. Plan it over 10 days. Do 10 miles a day. Don't strain yourself. We planned it over 7. I'm doing it over 8. I'll see you in Kinlochleven. Well, a result. Top of the Devil Staircase, just to the top of me, over my right shoulder. Up there is a cairn. There's 2 cairns actually that mark the top. Did it in just over an hour, which is not too bad because I got myself down for an hour and a half to 2 hours, to be fair, looking at it on the map. It is strenuous, it's hard go, but I reckon if it was a bit more overcast, a bit cooler, and you're carrying less weight, then and if you're fitter than me, which most people are, you wouldn't have an issue in doing it in less than an hour, 45 minutes maybe. Some of the guys shot up there with the day sacks on, and a lot of people overtook me on the way. Beautiful, and the resulting views are absolutely mind-blowing, stunning. I don't think there are words to describe that. Just listen to the piece. Wow. So I'm stopping here for lunch. What a great place to stop. I'm going to let my feet breathe as well. I'm going to take them out of the boots because it was quite a slog, and my right foot's been giving me a little bit of gip. Not too much, but rest it for half an hour, 40 minutes, and I've only got about 5 miles left then into Kinlochleven, and the time is about 20 past 2. Whoops, 20 past 2. So I should be there around 6, half past 6, even if I'm taking it really steady. This part of the walk, according to the guys that do it regularly, is quite a slog on your knees. It's quite steep down from here, and then there's a path I can see running across for about half a mile, maybe a third of a mile, and then it disappears around the end of the mountainside, hillside, and it'll drop down from there. But yeah, according to everybody who's done this recently, it's very hard on your knees. I don't remember. It's a long time ago. Beautiful. Right, lunch. So, first hint of rain, it's heading straight towards me, that cloud. It doesn't look too bad, doesn't look too prolonged, but there is quite a bit going back up beyond. Well, not sure where that is exactly. The loch down there should be Loch Linney, and again, not 100% sure. I shall have to page the oracle just to make sure. We've still got some stunning views, still plenty of blue sky about. Lots of inspirational views to keep you going. I had lunch up there on the top of that ridge. Not the big one in the background, no. Be too much of a claim. But the way the path winds up, just in front of a rock there. About half an hour ago I set off from there. So it's almost a mile, not quite.